Why are the law of attraction teachings incomplete? What are they missing? Are they wrong? And why do these teachings on the law of attraction or reality creation work for some people but do not work for others? What is the missing piece and how can we find the missing pieces by the understanding of Vedanta? In this video, we will look at something very interesting. That is, how can we consciously create our lives the way we actually want to? And we will look at why the teachings on law of attraction are broken, and we will understand the missing pieces through the Eastern scriptures. The law of attraction teachings basically tell us that our thoughts create things, and our thoughts have a certain energy associated to them, and this energy is radiating from us into this world, and because of this we attract certain situations, events and different things in our lives. And by controlling our thoughts or by directing our thoughts in the right direction, we can attract right kind of circumstances and situations in our lives. This is the essence of the law of attraction teachings, and they basically say that our thoughts and our feelings control our lives and they control the direction of our lives. I was very fascinated in these teachings, and I started reading various books and started listening to various teachers who talk on this subject. But there were a lot of missing pieces, and these law of attraction teachings only look at the part of the puzzle, and they look at a tiny spectrum of reality. Whereas if we look at the Eastern teachings of Vedanta, and especially the teaching of Adhvaitha Vedanta, we begin to get the complete understanding of what reality is and what is our place in this universe. Now here I need to make it clear that Vedanta does not focus on law of attraction or manifestation or creating our lives the way we want. Because as per the teachings of Upanishads and Vedanta, this reality itself is an illusion, it's a dream, and it focuses on the teachings which help us to wake up from this dream in order to realize our true self for what it is. But for the sake of this video, let us look at the teachings of law of attraction and various Western concepts of reality creation with the foundational understanding of Vedanta and Eastern scriptures. With this, we can create a profound framework through which we can understand this manifested reality. So, the three fundamental concepts or elements that are missing in the teachings of law of attraction are karma, dharma and Brahma. Now I will explain the meaning of these three terms, and we will go deep into these terms in order to understand how reality actually works and what this reality actually is. First of all, let us understand Brahma. Brahma means consciousness or awareness. As per the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, you do not exist in this universe, but this universe itself exists within you. And when we say this, there is a lot of room for misinterpretation. This teaching does not tell us that the universe exists within our minds. So the mind is not what these teachings are referring to. What Advaita Vedanta tells us is that your true nature is not your body and mind. Your true nature is that pure consciousness or pure awareness. And you right now has identified yourself with your body and mind, and once you come out of it and once you disentangle yourself, you will realize yourself for who you are. You will realize yourself as pure awareness or consciousness, and the nature of this consciousness is Satchidananda. It is existence, it is consciousness, it is bliss, it is limitless, it is eternal, it is infinite. So your true nature is that you are limitless and you are infinite, and the universe that you are perceiving is within you. Even now, if we think about it, it will start to make sense to us. Whatever we experience in this world, it is happening within us. It is happening to this awareness, and our awareness is just witnessing the circumstances and various perceptions that we have. Now, as per Vedanta, this awareness is the fundamental reality of this universe, and this awareness or consciousness is the essence of this universe, and whatever we see all around us are just projections in this awareness. This is the first concept that we need to realize. And through this understanding, what we will realize is that every object and every person and everything around us in this world are not isolated from us, but instead they are a part of us, or they are connected to us. This entire universe is interconnected and it exists within that one pure consciousness. Now let us understand karma, the concept of cause and effect. Law of attraction does a very good job of explaining to us how our present thoughts and emotions create our future experiences. But what it misses is that it does not explain the consequences of our previous actions, which has set in motion different circumstances and events in our lives, which are irreversible in some cases. So in order to understand that, let us understand the concept of karma. The word karma comes from the Sanskrit word kri, which means action. So every kind of action that we perform constitutes karma, and it leaves a certain impression within our minds. And because of this, our minds within themselves have a large amount of memory accumulated within them. This memory comes from a lot of different places. There is evolutionary memory, which is there within us because of the process of evolution, and there is karmic memory, which is there within us because we as subtle bodies are born and reborn in various physical bodies. We are born as different animals and we are born as different human beings, and this refers to the concept of rebirths and reincarnation, which is elaborately explained in the Eastern scriptures. Now, according to Vedanta, our karmic memory is responsible for the way we are today. The way we look, the parents that we have, are all because of our previous actions. These are all the results of our previous actions. Now, let's say you're 5 feet and you want to be 7 feet. No matter what kind of goals you set and no matter how much you think about it, this is likely not going to change, because your physical body, the way it is once you're fully grown, is fixed. This happened because of your past actions. Like this, there are various circumstances around you and there are various circumstances within your life that are the way they are because of your previous actions, because of your karmic memory. This is what is missing in the law of attraction teachings. And then let us come to the concept of Dharma, which is a purpose. All of us have to have a purpose for our lives, whether it is our profession, whether it is our passion, whether it is our business. We need to find out something in which we are passionate about, in which we are skillful in, and at the same time that which is useful for the society. We need to find something like this because this is a purpose for our life. Once we have a purpose for our lives and once we have a dharma with which we can live our lives, then we will get the motivation that is needed to live this life. So without having a profound purpose about which we are deeply passionate about, whatever we try to apply in terms of attracting a certain amount of money or in terms of attracting a very specific person in our lives, these things do not add any value or they may not manifest in our lives, because chances are those are the things you desire in order to gratify your ego. Maybe these things are not truly aligned with your inner purpose, or maybe you have not found that purpose in your life. Hence, it is important to focus on Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word and it has a lot of meanings to it. One of the meanings is a purpose and another meaning is responsibility. We also have responsibilities as individuals. We have a responsibility for ourselves, we have a responsibility for our families, and then to the society as a whole. So whatever we do, we need to remember that we should not do unto others what we do not wish to happen to us. This is common sense, and this ties in with the teaching of karma also. Since all there is in this universe is that one pure consciousness, when we do bad things to others, we are doing bad to ourselves at the deepest level. This is the teaching of Adhvaitha Vedanta. Therefore, it is important that we do not do bad things to others or this environment for our personal gain, because in the long run, it will not help us anyway. So when we look at the teachings of law of attraction with the understanding of three fundamental elements, which are Brahma, Karma and Dharma, it will start to make a lot of sense, because this will explain to us why for some people this teaching is not working, and it will also explain to us certain irreversible circumstances in our lives that are there in our lives because of our past actions, because of our past karma. And I also want to make it clear that when I say it is irreversible, it doesn't mean that it is impossible to change certain circumstances. There are many examples of certain yogis and individuals who, through their power of focus and awareness, can do certain incredible miraculous things. But all I'm saying here is that some situations and circumstances in our lives are the way they are because of karma, because of our past actions. So when we look at the teachings of law of attraction with the teaching of Eastern scriptures about consciousness, about karma and about dharma, or a purpose for our lives, then we can design our lives holistically the way we want, and we can create our lives consciously the way we truly want to live. And this teaching will give us a deeper understanding about the nature of reality than just law of attraction alone. Now let me summarize all of these teachings. First of all, what we need to realize is that our true nature is that it is pure consciousness, or it is pure awareness. And this entire universe, the way it is, and all the experiences and perceptions are happening within that awareness or consciousness. So we are not in this universe is within us. So we are not merely attracting certain circumstances with our thoughts, but we are actually creating them. This is the primary understanding that we need to come to. Then what we need to understand is karma. So every action that we perform leaves a certain impression in our minds, and our mind within itself will carry this karmic memory for thousands of years, and this karmic memory will propagate to different physical bodies. And right now, the way we are, our bodies, our circumstances around us and the parents that we have are because of our karma, and they are the results of our past actions. And then dharma is having a purpose for our lives, whether it is professional, whether it is a business or whatever. Choosing something that we are passionate about, which is actually adding certain amount of value to the society, is very important. This will provide a direction to our lives, and this will give us the fulfillment that we are seeking. Now, if you are interested in this particular topic, and if you want to go deep and understand the nature of reality and understand these concepts in depth, then we have created a community cum learning platform that we call the Adhvaitha Conscious Society. You can join the platform by visiting adhvaitha.com. The link will be given in the description. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video.